Hey guys, Matt Quick here with Matt Quick Outdoors. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. We've got a great show for you here. We're going to be doing a Lindy Rigging episode for early spring walleyes, 2016 Minnesota Walleye Opener. We went up to northern Minnesota. We got on a really hot bite. We got a lot of great tips and tactics for you to help catch more fish. Go ahead and check out this video. Come right back though, because we're out here shooting a video in the metro area for bass. You're gonna want to see this video too. Thanks a lot, guys. Come on up with the net. Ooh, that's a good one. Another box fish, hopefully. All right, good net job. These guys are out here. We're on opener week. We found ourselves a good little bite. Take the net. We're Lindy rigging with leeches, which is a little unconventional for this area. A lot of guys are using the jig and the minnow technique, but we decided to go with the leeches, and they're just nailing it. 15 to 25 foot break, about as slow as you can move it. It seems to be working pretty good. You just kind of hop that jig or weight along for your Lindy rig, and getting them pretty good. Legal fish here is 6 fish total per person, with only one being over 20, excuse me. This one here is 19, so this will be going in the box home with us. We got quite a few so far. I'll show you the rig we're using today. Standard Lindy rig setup. I'm throwing it on my Thorn Brother Custom 7'6" rod. It's medium, extra fast tip. Main line is 6-pound fire line down to a 1/4 ounce egg sinker. I've got a green bead. This happens to be a rattle bead. And then you put that onto a quick snap for ease of attaching your leader, which is approximately 5 feet of 6-pound 100% fluorocarbon. And then I'm running a green gel bead with a red hook. Then you just hook your leech right onto that and work it along the bottom real slow. When you're lifting it up, you'll feel a thunk thunk. Set the hook at that point in time. My buddy back here's got one. This is pro staffer Corey Gale, musky guy. We're out here. Feel like a good one, Corey?
Yeah.
Looks like a good one. Looks to be about a 23. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Reel up, boy. Keep reeling.
Nice one, Corey.
Another one here.
Nice.
Oops. Getting to be a cluster. We're getting so many fish. We're probably... Ooh, you're gonna need to get your pliers on this one. I'm gonna measure it real quick. 20 1/4. You know, hooked a little deep, so whoa, it wanted to go. Sometimes you just got to cut the hook and let them go. That one was over 20, and we already have 2 over 20 for each of us, so we're limited out on that aspect, so we had to let that one go. And the best bet is just to cut the hook. Pro staffer Rob Quick's got another one.
Just a little one. I think I can get this one, Gary.
Up here.
So your glass.
It's been a great bite out here today. Finally got some nice weather. Earlier in the week it was mid 30s, 40-mile-an-hour winds, absolutely brutal. As you can see here, it's glass calm and absolutely beautiful. Oop, there was another one. So basically all we're doing is just lifting and dropping, similar to the just regular jig fishing. You want to fish your weight, not your hook when you're Lindy rigging. And you don't ever want to drag it in the mud and just drag it along. You want to just lift it up real easy, set it down, find that bottom, find that slack line. That way you know you're on the bottom. And then just like this, here's one. You lift up, you'll feel a little weight. Follow him down. No, he let go of it. You basically just hop that weight along. Different lakes require different things as far as leader lengths. For instance, on Mille Lacs, if you're not using a 10 to 11 foot leader, you're not going to catch as many as you would. And out here, that shorter leader seems to be the key. Couple key things when you're out here Lindy rigging is definitely to have a good GPS and sonar system. We're using the two in combination. We're finding the break lines with the sonar, and then we're coming back through and expanding the map and working the break line real good. And then once you use and find the fish, you can just kind of follow your track line from your GPS. You don't have to pay attention so much. You can focus more on the fishing. A lot of guys are out here when they're pulling Lindy rigs, they tend to go a little bit too fast. For instance, today, everything is in that 0.1 to 0.3 range as far as miles per hour. And that displays right there on your GPS. So definitely when you get your GPS and you get it set up, make sure you have your speed, your water temperature, and your depth all overlay on your sonar unit mapping. We're just getting back into where we were catching the fish. We got a little bit off track there on that last fish Corey caught. There he is. Come on. I've been biting pretty light today. Yep, here he is. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Got him. That's all it takes. 0.2 miles an hour. Lindy rig leech. Work your up and down the brake lines. It's really that simple. And today we're blessed with no wind, so we can hover right over top of them. Another nice 22-ish fish. Good job. All right. This week's been pretty tough as far as weather conditions, water temperature. We started to really get into the fish yesterday and then dial it in. Ooh, Gary's got one right next to us. Roger's got one. Got a double going on in the boat next to us. Let's see what this one goes. This one goes 19 and 7/8, so we're gonna be letting this one go. It's awful close. We're not gonna mess around. We're catching so many fish right now that try to get them a little tighter. So there you go. That's how you do it right there. It's not too difficult. You find that brake line, and you just work it real slow, real easy, up and down the brake line. Get a leech. If you guys aren't aware, leeches generally work really good in the spring. When guys are using minnows, don't hesitate to try a leech. And what you do is you grab onto them so it sucks onto your thumb, the sucker, and you hook right below that on the leech. And as you can see, they're nice and lively. Ooh, there's one. Oh. Another good one. Came in the 20-foot range again. Come all the way up here, Cor. Man, this water is nice and clear. You can see them down quite a ways. Lindy rigging a leech, guys. Super simple stuff. This one's 20 and an eighth. Maybe letting that go. Corey's got one, so I'm going to spin the camera for you and net his fish. There you go, Corey. How'd he hit?
Hit it right in the rod holder there.
You didn't even have it
over.
Netting my fish, catching fish. That's how you know you got a good boatman. This one looks like it'll keep. Oh man, I think that camera. Well, sorry for that shot, but 18. That's going in the box. Here, let me show you the fish we got in the box. Got them, Cor?
Yep.
Oh yeah. We got a couple dandies in there. Lots in that 17, 18 inch range. All right, Cor. Good job.
Good day.
So there's a few things I want to talk about that'll help you be successful when you're out here Lindy rigging. A lot of guys will come out with that weight and the hook and the leader and throw it out and troll along at the right speed and everything like that. Everything I've said so far, but there's a little bit more to it. It helps to have the right gear as far as the rod's concerned. If you're out here with a 6-foot rod, at times in shallower water you can get away with that. But as you can see, I've never let go of the line and fed them line. When they hit, I've got a 7'6" rod with an extra fast tip, so I can sense that bite, but then I'm able to reach back ever so slightly like this and give them that extra second that they need when they first hit, and then just pull back and set the hook. So think about getting a little bit longer rod. I would not Lindy rig with anything less than a 7-foot rod. My experience has shown that your hooking percentage goes up drastically, and you're able to boat a lot more fish. So look at getting a longer rod, extra fast tip, medium weight, and then you should be pretty much dialed in. My main line, I told you I was using Fireline. The reason for that is it's a lot more sensitive. You can feel the light bites, you can feel the gravel, you can feel the sand, you can feel when you get into the rocks, and you can tell the difference between weeds and fish a lot easier. We got off track again here, so I'm going to spin us around, drag us back out a little bit closer to that break. There's one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is a good one. You guys can probably hear my drag ticking. That's set just about perfect then. You want to hear it every so often. You don't want to hear it like this. That's way too loose. Here's another good one. Another good walleye. Every time we come up and down that break, we seem to get one. Corey just missed one in the back of the boat. Beautiful walleye. And it runs 19 and a half, so another keeper. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Yes. Thank you, Corey. Unfortunately, he went back for his rod again in the rod holder, and he had one going. Yeah, every time we come up that spot right there, we get one. Honest to gosh, I've lost track. I think I'm well over 20 at this point. Not kept, obviously, but caught. We started the day off. Unfortunately, didn't have the cameras running, but 228s back to back within about 5 minutes of each other. There he is. Here we go. There's another nice walleye, guys, out here. This looks to be like it might be over 20 again. I got your hook. Thank you. Another good walleye. Let's measure him here quick. 19 and a half. You gotta do a quick count and then may or may not go back. That makes 9. We're doing pretty good, guys. Again, you can have 6 fish with one being over 20. Here's my one over 20. Woo! Almost lost that bad boy. Nice fish. We got 9 so far. So we can do, what, 3 more? All right, let's keep at it. I don't know if you guys could see that on camera when that fish hit, how I just lowered the rod 6 to 8 inches and set the hook. That's where I was talking about that 7'6" rod being so important. You've got a lot of reach. Okay, when you're out there fishing, you got a short little rod like this, and he grabs it, you've only got a little bit of motion like this, okay? When you got a 7'6" rod, you've got all of this. So you can lay it back and then set the hook from there. Generally, you don't miss them. If you ever let line out and feed them, most likely you're gonna lose that fish, or it's gonna be foul hooked or deep, and you're gonna end up breaking your line or having them spit it. So get a longer rod and just follow that fish back when you feel the bite and set the hook. There's no need to feed the fish ever. Get baited back up. There's just a pile of them on the screen right behind me. So drop back down. Anybody got the current time? So it's 8:22 in the morning, okay? And then let's see how long it takes me to get the next fish.
So between the two here, we got 16. Do a count. Gotta have less than 12.
Coming into the fish right now. Right on the edge of the break. There he is. Felt the tick. I'm just going to hold it. Now he's pulling it. Down, down, down. Follow him down. And set the hook. Just like that. Oh, and he came off on that one. That's all right. I felt like I had a good hook set on him. I maybe should have followed him just another second. Gary, what time is it?
8:23.
So now it's 8:23, guys, so it took a minute. If I hadn't messed that up, we would have had another fish in a minute. That being said, give me one more minute. I can see them on the screen. They're stacked up thicker than cordwood right here. I'll give you a shot of the depth finder and GPS unit here in just a minute. Kind of show you what I'm looking at and what I mean by following your track lines, your speed, your temperature, and your sonar depth reading, and how you kind of use all that in conjunction with each other. As you can see, we're on the fish pretty tight, so we all cluster in together. Corey's got one in the back of the boat. I'm gonna spin the GoPro for you guys. We got fish everywhere. Another overfish. So Gary, what time is it? 8:25. So this one took 2 minutes. When you get on a fish and you got a good process going, you can capitalize. Here you go, Corey. Give me a hand here. I'm gonna grab the boat. I think it's starting to turn. Where does that one go, Corey?
Put it on that one.
Okay. Hang on, let me turn the camera around. 19 and a half. Good fish, Core.
Perfect decent size.
Heck yeah. Yeah. Oh! Pro staffer Bob Quick just swung and a miss. That one looked like it hit pretty hard, Bobby. The more and more you watch Matt Quick Outdoors, you'll find the swing and a miss rate for Bob here can get pretty high. Ooh, there's one. Look at this. Follow him down. Set the hook. Just like that. This is a good one here. Got a little more weight to it. Come all the way up here, Cor. This might just be 30.
Took care of it?
No, not quite. Just a strong fish. Ooh. Get him. Good job, Cor. Right here. A lot of these 17 to 19-inch fish in here today. Not sure what time it is, but I can promise you it's only a few extra minutes.
Yeah. I got it.
Almost 21. Gotta be honest with you guys. If you had a leech on a string out here, I think you'd be all right. You may not be able to tell that I'm excited, but I promise you I'm excited. It's just there's a few other boats that are not too far away, and we're trying to keep it quiet, as I think you would. It's just amazing the weather difference between Saturday, which was opener, and Tuesday. Today, Saturday, it was 34, 35 degrees out. Water temps were in the, what were they, Corey? Do you remember what the water temp was? Like 50? Yeah. 48 to 50, somewhere in there. Now we're running 30, or 53.9, excuse me. Water temps come up several degrees, which is obviously key, and we're fishing the mouth of this creek, which is a little bit murkier water, so that warms up a little faster than that Clear Lakes. At night you can get the walleyes up in that 4 or 5 foot depth range, and during the day like this you can ease off that first break line. Had to shed some layers, it was getting warm. Sun's coming up, no clouds, no wind. Little off for a day that you normally think the walleyes would be biting. Springtime can be a whole different ball game though, when they get up in these shallow breaks, chasing the bait fish in the warmer water, following the spawn. They just put the feed bag on, try to replenish and recuperate from the spawn. I'm fully anticipating this bite to die off over the next hour for sure. And I'll be back at the evening and morning. When I'm Lindy rigging like this on a break line, if I start out deep, let's say 25 feet of water, you let your line down, I leave my bail closed. And that way as we come up the break line, and when I jig it, I can just spin off a couple feet, bring it up, and opposite now, if I drift out from the shallows and go deep, I leave my bail open so I can quickly let line out as it gets deeper. So if I'm fishing and I'm coming down a break and I have the bail open, I have my finger on the line, and you'll set the hook on your finger, close the bail, and then take over from there. Corey just hooked into one right here, right on them 2 fish, Corey. Good one. Why don't I get behind you?
Doesn't feel big. It might be a pickerel. Hopefully not. No.
No, that's a walleye. Nice one. Oh, it is a northern. You know, we're gonna let you do that one. We're not gonna mess with that in the net. Boy, it flashed like a walleye down there though. Once again, guys, one of the key things when you're Lindy rigging to understand is that you're not really dragging your weight. The system looks like it would be designed to drag it along the bottom deep in the mud, but you're going to stir up a lot of sediment that way, and that can at times spook the fish. You basically want to hop it along just like you're jig fishing. You want to fish your weight. That's what you want to be thinking at all times. Set it down until you get that slack line so you know you're on the bottom, and then you lift it up real slow. Then you set it down and thump it. If you drag it through the mud and drag it through the sand, you're gonna get hung up a little bit more, and you're just not gonna catch as many fish. You gotta jig it nice and gently and slowly. You never wanna just let it drag right there on the bottom. If for whatever reason the wind conditions are such to where you can't feel the bottom, you just got to keep going up in weights. We've used weights as heavy as 2 ounces before, and as light as 1/8 ounce. Today I happen to have a 1/4 ounce on. I changed down, I had a 1/2 ounce on, but that was a little too heavy for this. Just want to lightly pick it up, set it down. Pick it up, set it down. And 99% of the time when you go to lift it up again, you're going to get about 2 inches off the bottom, and it's just going to be thump, thump, thump. And again, you follow it back, which is why you like to have a long rod, and just set the hook. Hey guys, what do you think of that Minnesota Walleye Opener 2016 Lindy Rigging episode? We had a lot of fun shooting that video. Couple things that really helped us be successful was the length of the rod. Okay, this happens to be the identical rod that I was using in that video, just a little bit different wrap. I got several of these. I'm using it to pitch Senkos under the dock right now. But a couple key points that I covered in the video that I just want to wrap up real quick. Okay, 7'6" rod. No less than 7 foot. It's going to give you a lot more hooking percentage. Okay, get yourself a 2500 series reel, any brand. I stick with Shimano. This happens to be Sahara. I use the Shimano Stratic CI4 Plus in the video. 6-pound fire line for the main line. That's going to give you less stretch, more hooking power. Great sensitivity. 100% fluorocarbon line. Always 6-pound test for me. I like to use the 5 to 15 foot leader depending on kind of what lake I'm fishing, if there's weeds, rocks, that type of thing. Number 6 Gamakatsu hooks. Go out there, have a great time, guys. Get your leeches, have a good time. Come back to this video though, because we're shooting an episode right now on how to fish docks for bass using Senkos, okay? It's an awesome stuff. We're out in a North Metro lake. It's just a great time. So come on back. Follow us, Matt Quick Outdoors, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.